Training camp wasn't the best for the Cowboys Dallas, with so much uncertainty and inexperience surrounding it. But Cowboys fans can be at peace, as finally, things are starting to change with the front office, starting to act accordingly. This means big changes and drastic measures are being implemented by head coach Mike McCarthy. So Dallas players, watch out, because your place on the team is no longer secure, as the first one has been cut and two more are in sight. When everything was pointing to another season of failure for the Cowboys Dallas, with some important player losses caused by the injuries and some underperformances along with bad choices coming from the Dallas front office, the ship isn't sinking anymore, and the Captain McCarthy is steering the ship. The first big change and risky decision was to not hire another experienced veteran to fill the main two losses in the wide receiver position, and instead, we'll use the younger players. The second and most important in giving an example for another players on the roster was the cut of the rookie kicker Jonathan Garibay after his performance in training camp wasn't acceptable. As a substitution, McCarthy brought back past Cowboy kicker Brett Maher. This movement served two purposes. One, to fix their kicker problem and improve the battle on picking the starter kicker. The second and most important is an attention call for another players inside the Cowboys roster that felt safe and have lowered their game. And the message is clear: no one is safe and no one is essential. Two specific players could lose their starting job and can even be conditioned to be cut by the time the season ends. One name can really surprise you. Being one of the big names on the Cowboys and a reference in the offense after his first round years in the league, Ezekiel Elliott is the future running back and number one option in the Cowboys offense. But now, this can be changed. Recent injuries and the rise of Tony Pollard are starting to raise questions about whether or not Elliott is still up to the task. How well Elliott got off to a good start last year, and it looked like the running back was back to his old self, his production fell off a cliff. This is making head coach McCarthy start looking to other options, and at the same time, trying to recover Elliott's best version. The talent is there, but if Ezekiel feels safe, he can start losing his place first as a starter. After, it's up to him and his performance. The second name, unlike Elliott, Dante Fowler Jr., does not have years of service as Cowboy starter vouching for him. Fowler has just signed with the franchise this offseason after the Dallas missed out on other higher-profile edge rushers. After the Cowboys have signed another couple of options, it might suggest head coach Mike doesn't believe he alone is the answer to the position. Sam Williams can be the best candidate to overtake Fowler, but it is up to his ability to prove his talent in game. The message from head coach Mike McCarthy is loud and clear. This season, the players' place in the team is not secure unless they give the performance that the Cowboys requires and expect of them.